It's Saturday, the 19th of November 2016. This is a chart update for Alkane Resources. Alkane's a stock that I've been talking about for a few years now, and I did a couple of videos, I think, when it started this move, talking about how I thought it looked really bullish, particularly this volume move. And obviously, it's just kept going all the way from 20 cents up towards 65 in the last few months. The key level it broke through was around this 47, 50 cent zone, which is sort of a historic resistance zone. This stock has been on the market for a long time. And you can see here all the way back into 2003, this zone has been a bit of a key. And only one time it's broken it was when it made a run up toward 280 in 2010, 2011. And you can see the volume here, a lot of similarities. Not quite the strength of this move here. I think stock's got a lot more shares on issue these days. So it's it's a bit hard to have that move like it did in 2010, and that was all based on the conflict between, or the sort of cold conflict between Japan and China about rare earths and the embargoes there. So rare earth prices, I think, if all the other commodities start moving, I think rare earths will follow, and the moves in rare earth have the potential to be sort of outsized, small liquid markets, and that can only benefit Alkane. And if they can get if those prices really start rallying, you'll see Alkane get financing with their project, I have no doubt. Probably the most advanced rare earth project in the world, developing project, that is. Chart, it looks fairly bullish still. Obviously, it's pulled back a little bit. It wasn't going to be able to continue the run it's had in the last 3 months, but a little bit of a sort of a symmetrical triangle forming here. You can see sort of long wicks down at this level. Volume in the last couple of weeks last week anyway, has been fairly poor. So down under 500,000 shares, and that's really positive when you're in a good uptrend. You want to see these sort of low volume pullbacks, and I think that sort of suggests to me that if this is going to break, it's going to be toward the upside. I'm not sure if there's any fundamental news there that could really drive that. I know there's a few more people interested in this stock. One interesting thing that was sort of reported in the newspaper, I think, was that Soul Patts had been buying this stock, and they're sort of a well-renowned Australian investment house, and sort of not necessarily in the resource sector either. So they obviously see something in Alkane that a few of us have really probably noticed in the last few years, that Alkane does have a unique resource. And the chart's really just starting to reflect the fundamentals. The market cap's up around 300 million, I think, now. So you may even see something like an entry into the ASX 300 in the next few months, although it may take one more quarter for that to happen. But I think the stock still looks strong, and I'm not going to be selling any of mine until we see unless this move starts to break toward the downside. But the momentum's still definitely toward the upside. I think there's sort of a long-term resistance level I talked about in a few of these videos, which was around this 80 cent zone. You can see a few peaks and troughs here. So I thought maybe that's the next potential move, which should probably coincide with a similar move to here. Saw that again, you're probably getting up toward that 80 cent zone. If you just see it there. So I mean, that's fairly sort of generic chart pattern, but while the trend's still up, I think you've got to be a buyer of this stock, or at least not selling what you hold.